Hi, everyone. Welcome to week 1 of English 101. I'm your instructor. You can call me Mrs. LT, and we're going to be working together throughout the term here in your composition class. I wanted to take a moment to welcome you to the course and sort of show you how to get started. You should have received an email from me at the beginning of the week that in written form explained how to get started in the class. And there's a lot more information once we get into the heart of the course that will help you as well. But when you log into our course, the announcement is the first thing you see. So I wanted to have this video that would also help you understand where to find things and the best way to approach week 1 of the course. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look here. So this is where you're at right now. If you're watching this video here on the course homepage, weekly announcement right here. Every week, a new announcement will appear. There'll be a video where I explain, what's in store for you for the week. And underneath the video, there's a lengthy paragraph here in week 1. Normally, it's a very, very small paragraph. And then you'll see the agenda for the week. So it says week 1 instructions. And then there's your agenda of what week 1 entails, right? And it will be that way every week hereafter. There will be an announcement video for that week, a little blurb that you'll read, and then the agenda for the week. That'll be the same. But the agenda won't be the same. The format will be the same. So what you'll read here in this little paragraph is telling you where to go next. All right, so you can read that and then you can look at the agenda and think, okay, I see this schedule of things that I'm supposed to go through, the lessons, the homework, all of that, but how do I get there, right? So you'll want to come up here to this course toolbar, and mine might look a little different than yours, since I'm on the instructor side, but there's a few of these that you'll still have. You'll definitely have content and I think grades and course tools for sure, but to get into the heart of the class where all of your lessons and assignments are located, you're going to want to click on content, right? See that? And we get into the content section of the course. The first thing you're probably going to want to do is click on week 1 module because we are now at the beginning of week 1. However, you don't want to do that quite yet. You want to get started in the getting started section, right? So click on getting started and you're going to see several subtabs that appear, right? So you've got meet your instructor, just a little bit of info about me, course introduction, just a little blurb about what to expect from this course, what it's all about. This one right here, attendance and weekly deadlines, you are definitely going to want to, watch this video and read all of this. It explains how attendance works and how our homework deadlines kind of work as well. You will actually have to answer some questions about this information here in a little bit, so don't skip it. The next one is how to find your way around. This is such a useful video. I literally go through the bright space, area here for our class and show you how to find your way around each week. Super useful. You will also be answering questions about that video here in a little bit, right? Then you have your syllabus for the course. This is a PDF version. You can download it if you want, or just come back here anytime you want to reference it. There'll be a Word document version of the syllabus in the week 1 module, which I'll show you in a moment. And then we have instructions for using Google Docs. There are several assignments in this course that require you to upload a file for your assignment. And not everyone has Microsoft Word. And so if you're not familiar with Google Docs or you don't have another way of using a easily accessible file format, I provide you instructions here. It's free to sign up for a Google account and it can deal with Word documents even if you don't have Word on your device. So several videos that you can watch. They're just YouTube videos. They're not my videos. But videos you can use to get familiar with Google Docs if you need it. And that's it under the Getting Started section. But again, it's called Getting Started for a reason. This is where you're going to want to begin your journey here in English 101. And the two most important items under this section are the attendance and weekly deadlines and how to find your way around. Mostly because there's a lot of important information that you really need to know from the get-go in those two sections, but also because you will sort of be quizzed on that information here in week one, right? So once you have gone through that Getting Started section, then you can come down to the week one module, right? You're going to see all the modules here, but here's the thing. When you click on any of these modules, the only thing you're going to see listed under them is the attendance quiz for that week. Because you have to take the attendance quiz in order to gain access to the other items in that module. So you'll click on week one module, and I'm on the instructor side, so obviously everything else is showing up for me, but all you're going to see is this week one attendance quiz. Once you take it, then the rest of this will show up for you as well. That week one attendance quiz is where you'll be answering questions about these two sections up here, the attendance and weekly deadlines and how to find your way around, right? So you'll take the week one attendance quiz, and then the rest of week one will show up for you. You are first going to go through a syllabus review, right? So there's a video of me going over the syllabus. Just like this is, it's going to be up on the screen and I'm going to be going through it with you. There's also a link to it as a Word document right here, right? There's an assignment associated with the syllabus here in week one, so you'll want to make sure that you've completed this step. Then there's just this little section right here, little sub-tab about our weekly journals. And this kind of explains what that's all about, how they get graded, that sort of thing. There's a video where I go through it if you'd prefer to hear me talk about it instead of reading it. Either way is fine. And then we have our first real lesson of the week, which is Intro to Writing, right? So there's a video here where I go through a PowerPoint with you. You'll see the PowerPoint up on the screen and hear me going through the slides. And then there is a link to download the PowerPoint right here. Then we have our next lesson for week one, which is the four bases in the writing process. Again, a video where I'm going to go through the PowerPoint on the screen, and then a link to the PowerPoint is right here for you. That's the lessons for week one. Like essentially, if we were in the classroom, that is everything that we would have done together in the classroom, right? And then we have our week one homework assignments. All right, so the first thing you'll have is your syllabus acknowledgement. And again, it is exactly what it sounds like. It is to acknowledge that you have looked over the syllabus and watched the video where I hit the highlights of the syllabus. Then there's an assignment here. It just says to look over chapters 1 and 2, right? The lessons here in week one correspond to chapters 1 and 2. Then you have journal 1, right? There'll be a video in the instruction area of journal 1 that explains what you need to do along with written instructions for it. So you get it both ways. All right, so make sure that you read those instructions very carefully, respond, and try to have that in by Sunday night. Then you'll have week 1, assignment 1, paragraph content and outlining. And there'll be a video in those instructions as well. So most of the time, almost every assignment here in the course, you're going to get a written version of the instructions with a video of me explaining it, just, because students learn differently. So you usually get it in written form and in verbal form as well. All right. And then you'll try to have that in by Sunday night as well. And then you have your week 1 discussion. All right. So you're going to want to post to the week 1 discussion by Thursday night. So that way everyone has plenty of time and options to choose from to respond to 2 classmates by Sunday night. Right, so the discussion is the due date for the whole discussion is Sunday night. but we want that first post up by Thursday so that nobody's, we're not all waiting till the last minute to try to respond to 2 people. Right? So first post up by Thursday night, respond to 2 classmates by Sunday night. That is the due date for the discussion, Sunday night at 11:59. It will remain open 1 additional week. So the week 1 discussion will still be available during week 2, but only at 50% credit. So really do your best to make sure that you are staying on top of the discussion each week, right? But that is what is in store for you here in week 1. And you can see the agenda here, just like it was on the course announcement, right? So make sure that you look over everything here in that getting started section first, right? Especially these 2 items, super important. And then take the week 1 attendance quiz. Once you do that, you'll see all of this material here under week 1, just like mine shows. Then you just go through each item and then complete the homework, right? So all that information that I just stated, journal 1, watch the video located in the assignment instructions, due Sunday by 11:59, right? So everything I just said verbally is here on that agenda outline as well. So that is the best way to get started here in the first week of the course. Obviously, moving forward, when it's time for week 2, you're not going to have to spend time going through the getting started section anymore. You've already done that, right? So week 1 is, there's a good bit of information to take in addition to the 2 lessons for the week and the homework assignments for the week. So I definitely, would try to budget your time wisely, especially here in week 1, because you want to familiarize yourself with the course and make sure that you don't, fall behind already in terms of the work, right? So that's the best way to get started. That's what's in store for you here in week 1. Don't hesitate to reach out. That's what I'm here for. I will try to help you however I can. But, if something's not working right, if you're not able to find something, if something just doesn't seem like the way I just explained everything, if something seems off, don't hesitate to reach out. I am glad to, help you, get used to all of this and figure out how to maneuver around Brightspace in our course, right? But that's it for week 1. And again, reach out if you have questions, but otherwise you're free to go ahead and get started.